A long time ago, there was a famous blacksmith who lived in the region. He owned his own shop and sold equipment, each piece handcrafted with skill and pride. One day, fortune smiled on him. He began supplying weapons directly to the kingdom of Cairo, which was then engulfed in endless war. It was the perfect chance to rise in status. When the conflict finally ended, the blacksmith was rewarded for his service. He was granted the title of Baron, becoming the owner of these lands, and the father of young Master Roman, the protagonist of the story. We open with an old man telling this tale to a young boy seated before him. Behind them stands a mustached man, quietly wondering why the boy listens so intently to something everyone already knows. But then, the story shifts, back to a few hours earlier. The young man asks if he's truly the eldest son of the Dmitry family, if they're in the kingdom of Cairo, on the Salaman continent, and whether the murim world really doesn't exist. The mustached man confirms it, though he finds the young master's behavior strange. Today he seems out of his mind, perhaps using those new drugs popular among the rich. He mentions that a lady from the Lawrence family is coming to visit, but as he says this, he can't help reflecting on the young master's wasted life. For the past 25 years, he's been known as nothing but the Dmitry family's trash. The man tries to remind him of the importance of this lady's visit, but Dmitry interrupts. He says there's something far more important. He asks for the oldest person in the land to be brought before him, someone who can teach him about the world he now lives in. The servant is confused. Why would a 25-year-old man say something like that? But he's just a servant. All he can do is obey. Back in the present, the old man finishes his story, saying that's all he knows of these lands. Dmitry thanks him and promises a reward, but the old man simply bows. It was an honor to speak with the young master. Now everyone knows him as Roman Dmitry, but his true name is Baek Jung-hyuk, a man from the murim world. He once lived a life of endless war, conquered everything he desired, and died peacefully. Yet for reasons unknown, whether divine will or punishment, he woke up in this new body. Suddenly a shout echoes outside. Someone yells for a bastard. A young boy is kicked in the face, bleeding as a group of thugs jeer and beat him mercilessly. Nearby, Dmitry's servant approaches and freezes. He recognizes the red fang tattoo on their shoulders. When asked what's happening, he explains these are the Blood Fangs, a gang feared not only in Dmitry territory, but across nearby regions. The boy on the ground owes them money. The servant pleads for Dmitry not to get involved. It'll only cause trouble. But the young master is already gone. Stop, Dmitry commands calmly as he steps forward. The bald thug at the front laughs in his face, warning him not to interfere just because he's of noble birth. The servant begs Dmitry to let it go, but he continues walking. He asks, "Who broke the rules of this land, and who should be punished?" The servant stammers, terrified, but answers, "If the boy truly owes a debt and hasn't paid, he's guilty. But the Blood Fangs have no right to punish him this way, especially while disrespecting the eldest son of the Dmitry family. By local law, such disrespect is punishable by death." Dmitry picks up a stick from the ground. "As the eldest son of the Dmitry family," he declares, "I will punish you all myself." The bald thug tries to reason with him. "You don't understand how this world works. Look at our tattoos." But Dmitry only smiles. "That proves everything," he says. "Trash like you dares to mock the lord of this land." He lunges forward. Before the thug can react, Dmitry drives the branch straight into his chest. The others scream in shock. The servant can't believe his eyes. How could the trash of the Dmitry family fight like this? The thugs attack, but Dmitry moves with deadly precision. A kick to the shin, a punch to the face. Within seconds, the ground is littered with bodies. Once, Roman Dmitry, the man whose body he now inhabits, had been so pitiful that he took his own life rather than go to war. But Baek Jung-hyuk, the leader of the celestial demon sect, now lives in his stead. With nothing but a stick, he paints the streets red. Behind him, someone whispers, "Monster!" One thug tries to flee, but Dmitry grabs him by the hair and slams him to the ground. He declares, "The law must be obeyed. You'll live to serve as a warning." He gathers the townsfolk. "My name is Roman Dmitry," he announces. "If anyone disagrees with this punishment, come find me yourself."